What's up with the Ripple and XRP community as a whole? World Crypto Finance. Hello, everyone. Thursday, December 8th, is still today. I still have to beat a big guy. I got softball quarterfinals at 630. We win in the semifinals. Next week, we'll win our last game. And to top it all off, my semifinal and final kickball games for today are at 7:30. If they win a 30, I might have another triple header coming up, people. I'm sick and I can't do this. I think that's part of why I don't feel old. Don't be afraid. But I'm sick, I still feel terrible, and my throat hurts. I mean, I'm a little bit better, but I don't want to be backed up because that's a cool little neti pot and a little nasal spray to get me going. Maybe some hot tom yum soup for lunch today that's extra spicy will do the trick and open me up. We'll find out, but enough about that. This video's huge statement from stood out there, and it just came out hot off the press, so you'll want to hear this. It is a beautiful thing. I'm telling you that we're almost done with this triple verse, if we haven't already. When the SEC lawsuit was over, I remembered that he had said something like, "The beginning is near, and this is the end of the beginning," or something similar. When he says something like that, he usually calls everyone who worked with him and his team. Most of the time, statements like this are made for a reason. That's because it's done. I think that will happen. I call it and have been calling it for a while. We're going to hear from air element or terrorists that we're going to get from your favorite section. I guess I'm in charge of the SEC, Gary G. Hold on, people. I'm going to keep you long. The current value of Bitcoin, $16,879, is 8.36% in the last 24 hours. $31,241 has gone up by about 1%. We've seen USDT at $1, while USDC is still less than $1 and XRP is at 38.5 cents. Remember that 33 cents is your bottom. 41 cents is where we need to break out above. Total currency cryptocurrency market cap has not bought the $150.3 billion as the Bitcoin 1000 sell range. You got 38%. The website store for selling merchandise is back up and running. Great Christmas, great gifts, and great gifts in general, even if they are just little white elephants to put in stockings. Give something to the tree. This is the 3-pack of shot glasses, but there are only 11 of them left. They will be sent today via express mail from the US, so don't worry. People from Southwest Florida make up the company. They are sent there ready to go by mail. I'll put a link to this below. Check the site out. We got tumblers, t-shirts, whiskey glasses, and beer glasses, all of which were etched with the words handmade and handcrafted. You are going to need some MacTech. With this, Fiat will be able to sell our XRP in the UK and France this summer, and there are already plans for the UK and France for the madness suspension of his XRP wrap solutions. Want it to be right. I don't think I need to say much about this article because I think you know what's going on. We just put some Fiat XRPs on and off ramps on sale in the Netherlands. They will add to the UK and France. We can't do this on our own, though. We work with BTC Direct and BanX Official to add on and off ramps for more countries at the same time. Banana X for 100% and BTC Direct for the EU. When you love to see this, you love to see what we teach them. Some apps on the asset view are my favorites. It's awesome. People always ask me if it's safe to store their crypto in an app. Sure is Joe Cryptus Jerky's Joe Wallet. Only thing you have to do is make sure you take your wallet and those seed phrases and put them somewhere safe. If something happens to your phone, iPad, or whatever device you were teaching your son on, you need to be able to restore it, so you need those seed keys. You can't get help from anyone else. We think he won't be able to help you out. Now you can go to him and cry and say, "I lost my phone. I'm missing my keys. Can you restore my app date?" Folks, you can't do it. It's that simple. So, let's go over here. XRPJB said that people are losing hope in XRP and doubting crypto in general. Just ask yourself if you really believe that all the chaos it has caused is for nothing. If you're scared, be scared and stop making other people afraid for no reason. Believe what you find. He's 100%. So, everyone, if you have doubts about your cryptocurrency, this is the last thing you can do, and it's not even XRP. This is what crypto is all about, using social media. What gives? People on social media are trolling because they want you to buy something. They want to get you out of where you are. Stay focused, have your plan set, have your sell and targets set, we're going to hit them. If that's tonight, it might not be next week or even in 2 months. Be patient, folks. Be patient. I think the year is 2017. I've never been more sure of XRP as a digital asset than I am right now. It's just getting going. I promise you that when this lawsuit is over, the price will go through the roof. On top of this price, you'll see multiplier after multiplier. Even if I'm wrong and lawsuits don't end by the end of this year, they will end at some point. We're about to end the first quarter. Big deal. You wait until Q1 is over. In the meantime, you buy some land and a Lux lines away says my metaverse yet come play around yet come hang out. You can set up a storefront and earn money there without doing anything. You know, as you're doing all that you forget about the lawsuit. The next thing you know, it's even more valuable when it comes to women. Just give that some thought. Alma, this was put out by Terra. The Senate Banking Committee has asked XFBFF-TX to give testimony next Wednesday. I hope he does. I hope he will come. I hope they won't want to go back to the Bahamas. I hope they put them behind bars. And I hope they hold him responsible for what he has done not only to this market, but also to the people out there. Now, let's listen to Gary Gensler talk about the FTX crash in this clip. To get to your point, Senator Elizabeth Warren recently wrote an opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal telling the SEC to suit up. She wants you to crack down on crypto using the power you already have. My question is, do you put up pictures of the people who run our division of enforcement on your gray wall? We're suited? Okay, but I have a question. Chair, do you think that you have enough power? Or do you think that Congress needs to give you more power through laws? I really do think that we have enough power in this space. Could we use more of something? Appropriations? Absolutely. Could we maybe use a little more international reach? Yes. But I think it's also important to not hurt anyone. We have $100 trillion in capital markets, which is a big number. Our stock markets make up about $35 to $40 trillion of that, but we can't hurt the treasury market or any other part of our market. As much interest as your viewers have in this global cryptocurrency market, it's somewhere around 800 billion. We don't know exactly how many there are in the US, but it's a lot less than 800 billion. We can't hurt the things that keep this economy going and protect investors so that people can raise money from the public. In the end, you're right, we can't do anything to change any of that. Chickens. The new commission meeting for next Wednesday will be about making changes to the structure of the stock market. What can we look forward to on Wednesday? So, we'll talk about 4 suggestions from the staff about the stock market. This is an important part of our capital markets, and investors need to know about it. And retail customers have definitely paid a lot of attention to this market, which is growing. It has to do with making the market more competitive, open, and efficient. Today, we have a market that between a third and a half, depending on the day, is not in what are called the lit markets. But just like with dark venues, wholesalers are the only ones who buy dark pools. So it's trying to think of ways to level the playing field between these venues so that there's more competition between the dark markets and the lit markets, especially in the retail orders. The retail marketable orders will be thinking about how to make sure that your broker-dealers, the public's brokers and dealers, really give you the best execution when you send in those orders and that there's more transparency in the space. Our rules for the stock market were last changed in 2005. When looking at the whole market, my predecessor did a lot of good work with data and what is called the infrastructure rule. So, think about your iPhone from 17 years ago. You didn't have an iPhone 10 years ago, right? We didn't change much, and 17 years makes me mad. He thinks you are a strong enough leader in this area. How old is your 30? What do they look like? Who do they really want to hurt? Since the beginning of this XRP lawsuit 2 years ago? Ripple lawsuit? Excuse me. Kim Kardashian, big deal. You have a lot of projects going on at the same time. You've got these crypto influencers who are out there pumping and dumping coins and people. You have exchanges that just lost $9 billion of other people's money, but you have enough power out there to do what? Gary Stewart, I've already told people about this. Even if it didn't happen, I'm glad that critics realize that the SEC's plan to come in and register is like trying to put a Ford Model T in space. But if we're going to try to disprove Ripple's illegal position, we should at least understand the first point. As our brief makes clear, Ripple doesn't depend on the conclusion that XRP was bought for use, even though such a conclusion, as shown by the amicus brief, and non-speculative evidence would disprove the SEC's claims. Our real arguments are that there is no contract for an investment that would affect any XRP holder boom, that the SEC can't satisfy a single prong and how we test, and that Ripple agrees on a single prong boom. Another agreement to see. The SEC has quit once on a garden variety. This has nothing to do with the ICL case, but being bada boom. The SEC and the territories tried to change our arguments because they don't have a good answer for the ones we make. What's the what can't be seen? He says that the SEC can't answer any of Ripple's arguments and can't answer any questions. If they don't have anything to say, don't ask them the same question over and over, or they'll just look away. Thoughts? It will soon be over. We're on the right side of history, folks. Pay attention to Stuart on the righty. He is an expert on the subject. Don't read the stupid news stories from CoinDesk, a Bitcoin and Litecoin thought leader in Ethereum. They only care about those three things. Everything else doesn't even exist to them. We're going to put out something from a nobody who doesn't matter what he has to say. That's what it says. I'm surprised you even replied, but Stupid seems to have some time on his hands. Why? Because I think the lawsuits over Van Winkle's wash should be nice and kind to the other people.